Hello everyone, I'm Carthu and welcome back to the dojo. I hope you enjoyed the new intro. If you don't follow me on Twitter, this would probably be your first time seeing it, but maybe you guys should hit up Twitter so that way you get the early sneak peeks of what's to come. Beyond plugging my social medias, today's topic is definitely a contentious one, as I don't think many people actually think about how strong the humans are relative to, say, other villains in the series, and tend to just assume that they never got higher than, say, Ginyu level if you use Dragon Ball Z filler, or, Piccolo as a gold standard. And I think people just gloss over this point just a little bit too much, because there's actual evidence in the series to say that humans, Yamcha included, the man in the title of this video, surpassed Frieza. Mecha Frieza, that is, who's even stronger than Namek Frieza, but even more so Namek Frieza. And this is all happening in the Android Saga. Not the Cell Saga, androids. Not even the two famous androids, but instead we're talking about the two red herring androids, 19 and 20, who were written out of the series because Toriyama's editor did not think they'd make for compelling villains, based on pretty much design alone, if my memory serves me right. So how do we find out how strong Yamcha is? Is there any way to measure this? And actually there is. You see, the androids actually confused Yamcha with Goku based on power alone. These are androids who said themselves were prepared for a Goku that trained to the most extreme level, and even prepared for something beyond that level. Lowballing, they expected a Goku to have trained at least 4 years, 3 years in between Mecha Frieza's death and the arrival of the androids, and 1 year for the Frieza Saga, since they stopped tracking Goku after Vegeta. What's notable here is Goku disappears, off their records anyway, because he died, and he goes to train with King Kai. Now, his training with King Kai did not take a year, but in the android's records, it would just be about a year. That growth for Goku was about 20 times if you just use power levels alone, and that's ignoring the fact that early power levels like Goku's starting 416 are not linear until about the thousands. So, lowballing, this is about 20 times of a difference, that's 416 to arbitrarily over 8,000. And so the androids would have nothing else to base it on, and assume that Goku gets 20 times stronger when he trains for a year. And again, this is lowballing. So that means the Goku they were expecting was one that got 20 times stronger every year, meaning 20 to the 4th power. Now that times the 8,000, which is the power level they would last have on record for Goku, would be a staggering 1,280,000,000, roughly. Obviously the 20 if you want to lower it down to 19 point whatever, because it's not a true 20 for the power levels, because we only know 18, even though it's stated higher than that. Or you want to go and try to figure out the math to give it an exponential boost from 416 to say 1000 or to Raditz level, then yeah, you can raise it or lower it, but 1 billion is right in the middle of those, so we'll use that. And honestly, this 1,280,000,000 is a billion more than we need to prove my point. If Yamcha's even 280 million, he is stronger than the 120 million of Frieza and the 150 million of Super Saiyan Goku, both of which on Namek, of course. That means he obliterates them, no difficulty whatsoever. He almost doubles Goku and over doubles Frieza in terms of raw power level. Now, some of you may be thinking, that's a little outlandish, right? Toriyama is not breaking out the old calculator, the TI-84 Silver Edition, to do some nice math and figure out exactly where Yamcha would be if he was compared to Goku by the androids who prepared for a way stronger Goku, and I would in fact understand the skepticism. So let me move on to the point that I'm sure most of you want to know, is does it fit narratively? Does the narrative support this in any way? Can we find proof of it within the narrative? And not directly for Yamcha, so if you want to be skeptical about the Yamcha point, so be it, but there are narrative cues that sort of point us in the direction of basically everyone there being stronger than Frieza. You have the warning of being stronger than Frieza and stronger than the Super Saiyan Trunks that one-shotted a stronger Frieza, Mecha Frieza is obviously stronger than regular Frieza, with a given time frame to surpass those limits. So there is a clear goal in mind for them to surpass, and we know from the past that when the Z Fighters are given a goal to surpass, a point that they need to overcome, they do it. This is literally shown in the first arc of Dragon Ball Z, where all the humans have power levels above that of Raditz. When they are given a direct point to overcome, it seems as though they will overcome that point. Proof of this comes with TIEN Shinhan, who goes out of his way to say that he didn't bring Chaozu along because Chaozu wasn't prepared for a fight like this. This not only implies that TIEN Shinhan is ready for this fight, but that everyone else there is appropriately prepared as well. So while I was editing this video, I actually realized that there is a point that is very similar to this TIEN Shinhan point that is reiterated, or actually that TIEN Shinhan's point is the reiterated one. You see, before everyone leaves to go train for the 3 years, Piccolo actually makes it very apparent that you should not bother coming if you are not ready for this threat. It will be unthinkably powerful. So Piccolo is actually saying that he will not fight alongside and carry the dead weight of anybody who is too weak to deal with this threat, again implying that everybody who is present there should be stronger than Frieza. So yeah, just a sort of additional point to the TIEN Shinhan point from Piccolo's perspective, which happened earlier. Very interesting to see this sort of same trend between the two characters, as if to really push you in the narrative direction, in the subconscious direction I should say, of thinking that these characters have surpassed Frieza if they are even showing up to this fight. Again, just more narrative proof, but let's go back to the original recording. And sticking with the subject of TIEN Shinhan, this actually makes the Kikoho scene, the Shin Kikoho scene that is, with Semi-Perfect Cell, make a lot more sense. If he's over Frieza level in some regard, there's not that ridiculous gap between them that was present if he was, say, Ginyu level at most. And if the 1 billion number is right, that would mean that TIEN Shinhan is in fact far beyond Frieza, far beyond Namek Saga Goku, same as Yamcha. These beings are well past the point of the Frieza saga, because they have to be. That's how strong the series has gotten by this point, and a lot of people seem to overlook that. They didn't realize that Mecha Frieza is stronger than Frieza. Then you have Super Saiyan Trunks, who is stronger than Mecha Frieza. Then you have Super Saiyan Goku from Yardrat, who is stronger than Super Saiyan Trunks. Then you have that Super Saiyan Goku train for 3 years. Which leads us directly to this scene where a sick Super Saiyan Goku is so powerful in TIEN Shinhan's eyes that he can't believe it, despite him having seen Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Trunks 3 years prior. The difference between these two forms must be exponential for this to make any sense. For TIEN Shinhan to be this surprised by the power of a Super Saiyan, Goku's base form must have gotten much stronger, because as far as we know at this point in the series, he had not increased the power of Super Saiyan in any meaningful way. That point right there should answer the question for any of you having it. Yes, Super Saiyan Goku is not necessary to beat Frieza in the Android Saga. You would just need base Goku to do it. Do we have any further proof for that? And yes, we do, because Goku not only trained with Gohan, but he also trained with Piccolo. If we go by the anime's interpretation of this, we know that he trained in base form. This would mean he's relative to Piccolo, who he trained alongside. What does Piccolo do? He tanks an attack from Android 20, and even states later on that the androids are outside the capabilities of any of the other Z fighters, so they should tell him or Vegeta to take care of it. And as the most direct evidence possible, you just have Piccolo beating the absolute crap out of Android 20, Dr. Gero, with no difficulty whatsoever. So yes, Krillin, Yamcha, TIEN Shinhan, base Goku, base Vegeta, Piccolo, and even technically, maybe not, but should be, Kid Gohan in the Android Saga, the early Android Saga, are far stronger than Frieza and Super Saiyan Goku from planet Namek. But that's just my opinion, guys. Leave your opinion and counterpoints in the comments down below. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to stay up to date on the channel. Check out the Patreon or my t-shirt if you want to support me in a different way. Thank you all very much for watching and your continued support. Until next time, guys, new video outro.